Hello everybody, welcome to this amazing game of last year. Today I wanted to do a small guide on how to play Assault. I do my best to do a live commentary and guide with this video running through playing the Assault. So I'm just going to break it down how you start a game, and I'll also show you my Arcanum setup. So first, when you start a game of Assault, or just any class, you're going to separate from your team. You do the Scooby-Doo and you walk away, go your separate directions. This is because you want to collect scrap and craft your primary item. That's what I usually call it. For the Assault we'll be playing today, the primary item you want is Helmet. Helmet is a very, very important tool to your survival and your teammates' survival. It's an additional 50 health, and it just protects you from certain death. Now, once you've crafted the item you need, you regroup with your allies. You don't want to go with them because scrap spawns as you approach the area, but only a limited amount can spawn in an area at any given time. So if you all go to one area, you actually lose out on a lot of scrap that you will need to fight the Fiend. A lot of people make the mistake of going to the objective immediately and then just dying because they didn't get scrap and don't have a way to fight the Fiend. Classmates do not have a way to fight without scrap, so it's a really big gamble if you go without any items. So before you jump into the game, you can set up your Arcanum. Arcanum is your spells, and essentially you can cast them multiple times in one game, but once you've cast it, it's removed from your inventory. You'll have to buy it again. For the Assault, there's a lot of good potential. You can go DPS Assault, you can go tanky Assault, damage reduction, damage reflection, which I don't suggest that anymore. It got heavily nerfed. But I like to go tanky, and not tanky as increase my health, but tanky as in paladin self-heals type stuff. You know, I like vigorous. This gives you 50 health over time, kind of like the technician pills, but 50 instead of 75. And then I also like leech because this gives you approximately 12% of the damage output you deal to the Fiend back to yourself. Now with Molotov and fire effect, this actually heals you quite a bit. Throw a Molotov at him, activate leech, you're guaranteed a healthy amount of healing. Combine that with vigorous and medics healing you, you are nearly impossible to kill until the spells fade. So this is my combination of what I like to run. Is it the best? I don't know. It's just something I really like. I don't always count on my medics to be there to always have charges for me because medics do run out very quickly and technicians will need pills. Sometimes I go to technicians, but as an Assault who's going to be taking a lot of upfront damage, I will want to run self-healing. So that's the two spells I like to run. Other good spells, Acid Effect, Fire Effect are two really powerful spells. Do not recommend Carpet Bomb unless you're going to have a medic feed you pipe bombs. Not a big thing. Ignore Scavenger. Bleed is a massive joke. It's about 10 damage per hit, and if you were to do optimal damage, it's just not worth it. I'd have to make an advanced video covering like the intricate, like how you could dish out the most damage as fast as possible. But Bloody Gash, not really worth it. Essentially, every hit you do does an extra 10 damage over time. And that's alright. I Am Rubber recently got nerfed. It reflects about 8 damage per hit you take, which isn't that much. And it no longer affects the acid or the chain pull. But it does affect the strangle. Other than that, you can run like Featherfall, Human Tank, and all that stuff, and try to run that. Just find things that work for you, but for me, it's going to be Vigorous and Leech, and that's about it. So with that set in stone, I'll see you all in-game. Alright, jumping into this first match, today we're going to be playing Assault. I'm going to snag that as fast as I can. So the first tip I have for everybody is immediately run out into your own direction and go your own way. Literally pull a Scooby-Doo and split up and look for clues. Except you're not going to be looking for clues, you're going to be looking for scrap. And essentially, scrap is the #1 thing you need in this game. You cannot win without it unless the Fiend is absolutely buttocks. But anyways, the first thing you do is scrap. I separate because if you go together with others, scrap does not spawn more in one area if you all go to it. Therefore, if you all go to one area, there's going to be significantly less scrap for you to get. This is dangerous in terms of, yes, someone may die, but it's better than everybody dying for just a little bit of scrap. Every class is going to have an item that you want to craft first and then immediately go regroup. I got a spider on my butt. For the assault, we are going to always focus on a helmet. Helmets are the most important thing. You can see my entire team is down over there attempting the objective. This is a massive mistake of all the new players because, as you see, someone is already dead and you cannot fight without scrap. So I already have enough scrap to craft a Molotov. I'm always going to suggest as assault you only build Molotovs. If you build a baseball bat, you're really hurting yourself. The pipe deals 15 damage per swing. The baseball bat deals 30. It's double the pipe's damage, but it breaks in 4 swings. And the biggest problem is not that it has a limited use. The big problem is that when you finish it and you break it, you get stuck in this kind of animation where you have to throw the weapon away. It stuns you, essentially. So here's what the Molotov's for. You hit him with it, he's on fire. And now he's stunned in the fire, and I don't even need to be in it. I'm not gonna fight him. I don't want to. No T2. I'll keep him in sight, though. But this is exactly why you do not... it's exactly why you do not do objective without getting weapons, because now she's gonna put the disc in and get proceeded just die. So people need to get scrap. He's not even just under half-life. I don't think it's worth fighting. He's not a fiend in which I can fight very well. He deals a lot of upfront damage. Ooh, got stuck on something. Oh, what the hell? So I use Vigorate, gives me a little bit of healing. I'll just keep him with me. Hopefully they turn that disc in. Hopefully, please do something. Team. Oh no, he's on me. It's gonna, oh, he's running. They turn it in? I think they got it. So I'm a good distraction right now. I have what it takes to just run from him. I'm gonna keep him in my sight. So a lot of people make the mistake of letting the fiend get away, and I do not want to do that. Come on, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Owie. I got stuck in my own crafting menu. Alright, need to kill and get scrap. So he's finally realized that I was distracting him, and they got the objective done. And this is what you want to do. You're not here to necessarily, as any classmate, like outright fight the Fiend. Fiend is stronger than all 5 of the classmates, up until you get scrap. And again, I will reiterate this 110 times. Scrap is everything, and if you want to do well, you will always get scrap. This helmet, super important. Alright, I got some more hits in. I actually have a healer, I should probably finish him off. I got the strength too. Excuse me, I need to kill his ass. Thank you. Okay. So I activated Leech, we beat his ass down, and we are already onto the next part. So very good. Not communicating with these allies, completely random. It's what you want to do. So you'll come to understand that you want to separate in the beginning, get scrap to make weapons and armor, and then once you've made your class-specific item that you need, then proceed to go do the objective. If you run directly to the objective, you'll have exactly what happened to these goobers happen, which is instantaneous death. And someone died, and you're really not strong enough to just take the Fiend on. Alright, so someone's getting grabbed. I'm gonna run in there. I'm gonna see if I can't get this Molotov going. It's gonna be pointless to make a helmet.
Oh no! Not you!
So I'm gonna stand over here. Close that door. and you're good. Now, the Strangler's weakness is pressing the F button on an ally. I don't want to be behind because he's not going to save me.
I'll bet you right.
I know that for sure. But if the Strangler grabs an ally, press F on your ally. You don't have to press the Strangler, just on the ally. And it breaks them free and deals damage to the Strangler. It's really good. I'm going to focus on... Oh, someone's dying. Didn't jump down in time. While he dies, I'm actually going to finish to this objective. Objectives are ultra important. If you can get it off, get it off. It's always worth it. Back off. Spiders are annoying, and latency is really a pain in the butt when it comes to this. Ah, jeez. Alright, I got 2 medics on me, so I should be able to handle the Strangler. So I'm gonna watch out for kill zones. That's a vent, therefore don't go that way. Means it's an instant kill zone for Mr. Fiend. Now I'm gonna run to the final computer because we're already doing. This team's doing pretty good. I like this team. I mean, they're not doing the basic things, but they are working on it. Got the final computer done. Oh my goodness. This feels good for once. I kid you not, I don't know how many times I play a game and, you know, everyone just wipes immediately from something stupid. But I'm glad people are working together. This one really works out. Now, this is where not standing... Oh, is he in there? I'll go whoop his ass. Where is he at? You want a 99% that, so I'm gonna do what's called a line of sight. Because I have vision over here, the Fiend can't spawn over here. I mean, I think I'm glad that you're taunting, dude, but... I mean, it's... Dude, I'm going. I don't know why we're waiting. Everyone's down there. I got Molotovs. I intend to kill the Fiend. If you can kill the Fiend here, it'd be a really great idea. And if they just pressed F on the ally, they would have saved him, but they didn't press F, and I don't know why. All I gotta do is come press F on me. It's not that hard. He's likely gonna die to the fire, so I killed him. And now it's a free escape. Everyone just has to walk out. It's super easy.
Wow, even I'm impressed.
And that was a 5-man escape. There we go. Not the best killer, I admit, but that's a risky play. Don't do that. Giant grab you, it's over. Just have to press F. Like when he was dragging on the ground, you could have pressed F on your classmate, dealt damage to the Strangler, released them early. It's all sorts of just understanding the small bits. Strangler, you press F. Giant, you stay away, kite him around with range damage. Slasher, just like I did. You just sprint when he sprints and just keep an eye on him. Slasher is the worst Fiend in the game, and if you have your entire team wiped to him, it is a sad, sad moment. And, you know, I hope everyone does well and learns. But as Assault, you'll notice that I go in when he's not looking, or if I can get a couple of cheap shots, but never as an Assault run headfirst alone against a Slasher especially, or anyone else. If it's Strangler, you could probably take him if you have a medic with you, or just another ally to prevent the grabs. Technicians always really help out. There's so much to learn, but with Assault, helmets are going to be your priority. It's the first thing you run out. Separate, go do the helmet, put it on your head. You're good to go group with allies now, because if it's the Slasher, you can take the damage. If it's the Giant, you can take the damage. If it's Strangler, you'll lose your helmet and be very sad, but you could still fight Strangler without anything. And if it's Spider, you can survive the onslaught and tank for your allies. That's why helmet's so important. Molotov, if you saw how I threw it at the killer at a distance and just played it safe, step back, it's just free damage. You want to weaken the Fiend till the point where he's easy to kill, and then you proceed to push the objective. If you can do what's called the bait and switch, where, you know, you bait the killer into staying with you, and then, you know, an ally goes and does the objective, that's really the best outcome. And just like how we did the discs, if the Fiend is just going to chase one person down, it's a foolish mistake. And honestly, if you let him get away to chase the person on the objective, you made a mistake too as a classmate. So keep your eye on him, cover your line of sight. As Assault, you want your helmets and Molotovs. That's your focus. If you do baseball bats, it's not terrible, but just understand when you break the bat, you're putting yourself in a lot of danger. Yes, 30 damage is double your pipe damage, but you could do a lot better elsewhere. So thank you all for watching. If this video helps you out at all, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. I want to try to help everyone understand the classmate role, as it is a harder role to master, but it is overall the easier role in comparison to Fiend or Classmate. Fiends seem really strong, but that's because they really break teams apart, and this game is not a one-on-one. You do rely on other classmates. So with that out of the way, thank you all once again, and as always, good game.